Welcome, fellow Whovians. We are with Tardis Talks. We are talking Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. I literally have the title right in front of me, and I still could not think about what it was. I am Tony. You know me as Mr. Marvelite on TikTok when I'm ever on there, which I haven't been, but I've got a newer to me phone, which means my microphone should work. So we'll see what happens in the near distant future. And of course, you can find me at Mr. Marvelite on social media. But you can definitely find me here at itsfanbox, itsfanbox.com. As well as fanboxnetwork.com, and you can find out other stuff that we're doing or not doing, because we're really not doing much of anything except for Doctor Who lately. But with that said, let's go ahead and just get everybody where you're from. No, don't do that. Don't do where you're from. Just say who you are, where we can find you. That's the better option. Vincent, go ahead and take us away.
Hi, I'm I'm Vincent. You can find me everywhere online as Gangzetsu.
All right, short and sweet. Nico.
Nico Skywalker on TikTok. Skywalker Nico. It might be from Gallifrey. I don't know.
I'm liking the shirt.
Thank you. Her Universe, part of the Our Universe Doctor Who collection. Good prices. I think on their website they have like buy one get three free or something right now. It's crazy.
Okay. Yeah, definitely got to do that. David.
I didn't even know they had Doctor Who stuff. Anyway, I am Xanatos1138 on all social medias.
All right. And I actually didn't know Her Universe did men's clothes. I'm so out of the loop with stuff.
I didn't know until I saw their booth at New York Comic-Con last year. Like, it was the last day, and they're like, "Yeah, we have men's stuff." Like, "You like Doctor Who?" I'm like, "Yes." Like, yeah, we got this. I'm like, and it'll be like 30% off because it's the last day and it's the last one we have. I was like, "Give it to me." Give it to me right now.
So if you're with us, and it looks like there might be one person with us, unless it's one of us watching, it's probably Vincent. We're on a little bit earlier than normal, just because I am in between working right now. So if you just remember, Spirit Halloween is open for business. So if you're looking for stuff, which sadly, no Doctor Who, never Doctor Who. They've got Fantastic Four and Superman, like every version of Superman. I don't know why we got a new stock of Man of Steel Superman, but we did. No, I'm sorry, no. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I don't know why. Sure, okay. But we are here to talk about Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, which is the ending of the season for Doctor Who, which I am super excited after this, which we are going to be taking a break. So we're going to be coming to you after the week after New York Comic-Con, just because it's the end of a season. We've been kind of going hard and strong, and of course I'm working at Spirit Halloween, which means like they want me to work through October. I don't know what it's about, but because there's that holiday or some sort. But Army of Ghosts, the Doctor, the 10th Doctor, and Rose come back home for Rose, and Jackie seems a little bit too excited for what's happening. We discovered that ghosts are just appearing all over the world. Everybody's okay with it. Like, I know they said that there was like mass panic at first, and then they just kind of got used to it. I don't know. I personally think in the real world, we would all be at war with each other over something that we can't control, because it just kind of feels like how it is. But what are y'all thinking?
Definitely weird how fast they accepted it. Yeah. Jack's like, "Oh yeah, you want to see your granddad?" It's like, "Oh, she's lost it. She's lost the Doctor."
But the forecast for ghost appearances and the soap opera where the ghost is just like, they didn't plan that. Like,
just how fast they integrated the ghosts into society. Like, there's TV shows, there's news reports tailored around merchandise. There's the like emoji ghost. It looks like a Snapchat logo. And like Jackie just trying to believe that it was her dad. And I think one of the funniest lines is when she's like, "Oh, he doesn't like it when I know more than him, does he?" I was like, "You think you do, but you don't."
It reminded me of like the ending of Shaun of the Dead. It was like, where it's like, I love him. It's like he doesn't exist. It's like, or like, however, he's like, yeah, we completely accept this. I'm like, oh, is this like? In my brain, I was like, this has got to be like English humor or something, right?
Not the last time they do it either with the 11th Doctor. When we're going to get to it, they have those boxes too, and they all just accept the boxes. And then they just because they take over the Earth like in record time, just like now.
Right. It just it's so wild to me. Like I don't know. It doesn't surprise me. Like I feel like the Hooniverse is more accepting and more understanding of just the weirdest crap than anything else. Because I know, I don't know. Maybe we would accept all this crap just like that over time. But I doubt it. I highly doubt it. We can't accept each other. Why would we accept ghosts? And the religious implications, like the religious people going nuts, would be a thing. Absolutely a thing.
Oh man,
it smells like my father's cigarettes. Okay.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's like, yeah. And it's like, I married the one where he's like, I married him. We're in love. like really?
Yeah, and
really?
these apparitions don't even speak; they barely gesture. So it's like that. I mean, if that's what you want, sure.
It's like will you marry me? And it's like he's so excited, he's like getting like,
interpretations.
and you find out.
Silly.
Torchwood. Can we just say, one, Jackie getting like hijacked on the TARDIS, and she's just sitting matter of fact, and she's like, if I end up on another planet, like I'm gonna kill you.
Better not take me to Mars.
Yeah, and then because she always like no, it was it's Donna later on that keeps referring to him like to a Martian, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and then and then like he shows up. The TARDIS gets taken, or they end up in Torchwood. They're surrounded. The condescendingness, I guess that's a word. I don't know. The condescension. There we go. The condescension of like, it's like I'm the doctor, and they're like, oh, we know who you are. It's like, bravo, amazing. Like, I was like, oh, I hate this woman already. Like
Tony, you got to let Johnny in.
Oh, do I, Johnny? Okay, I didn't see you. Sorry.
There you go. It took you long enough. No, it's fine.
No, I was too busy talking and drinking my
it's
water.
Fine. There we go. Hello. Sorry I'm late. I was playing Borderlands.
Okay. All right. Well,
I swear. I did watch the episode though, at least this time, unlike Fear Her.
Well, I will be honest with you. I did not realize until we started talking on this show how much I struggled through this first season for David Tennant.
Yeah.
There's a couple good episodes, but like Doomsday makes it worthwhile. Like yes. I think these two episodes are my favorite of season one. Absolutely. So
yeah, and overall, I think Rose gets better outside of her seasons.
Yep.
Like when she comes back as a guest star.
Yeah. Fun fact: when she left the show, they were like, Rose Tyler's never coming back, but Russell T Davies Winter is like, see you in 2 years.
Yeah,
expert level trolling, honestly.
Yeah, apparently there's like a lot of like jokes and like being secret for these last two episodes, where they're like the only two people who knew that Rose was gonna be gone was David and Billy. Like they're the only people who got the farewell script.
The director didn't even get the script until like after them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I did love how Rose kind of gets in her own and starts taking the psychic paper, and like she does her own thing to kind of meld in. You definitely see she's come into her own. And of course it's like the last two episodes, and we're never going to get this, we'll never get this again until, 2 years from now. But like she's in there. She gets all the way into where the void craft is. And then we discover Mickey. Mickey is,
that was such a dope reveal. I was like, oh, it's Mickey! And this time the Doctor actually treats Mickey with respect, which is nice.
Yeah, and Mickey knows what he's doing, and he's really cool, but he's still the one that opens up the cradle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, the Doctor thanked him because the Daleks would have blown up the sun if he didn't do it to get that cradle open.
True. This is true. Mickey
Yeah.
did the right thing.
And with the
Whether or not
psychic
by accident.
with the psychic paper, I actually forgot the detail that Rose used it on a door lock. Like she used it on that scanner and it worked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
that's
is,
great.
you'd think it would come back in other Doctor Who media, but
Probably a comic.
probably honestly.
Yeah.
You know, at some point the Sonic's destroyed again, and he's just like slaps it on and like it worked. Hell yeah.
Yep. Okay, and then the Void craft, the craft that piggybacked on with the Cybermen, obviously is a Dalek ship, and it's not just any Dalek ship or craft. It's the
Dalek
Cult of
sex.
Skaro.
The Cult of Skaro.
Such a dope name, by the way.
They're so cool.
I had read on like Reddit that the Dalek stuff was supposed to be a secret, but the preview for the episode accidentally not even accidentally, the person added like the sound effects of the Daleks and it like ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, they kept it like they were keeping it on lock. Even like early versions to translate for different languages didn't have the Daleks at the end, and then that ruined it. So they had
That
a
one
dude
intern
dressed up. They had
100% got fired.
Yeah, they had a Dalek just appear at the BAFTA Awards afterwards to like officially announce it because it'd been spoiled.
Oh,
That's
that's actually
hilarious.
so unfortunate, though.
Well, that's like for Marvel fans. I remember when Civil War was going on, and they had that Lego set with Giant Man, and everyone was like, "Wow, thanks for ruining it." And then, of course, Marvel learned from that. And they just lied through their teeth after that.
All you need is
Honestly,
Mark Ruffalo.
You know what that feels more like, though? It's like No Way Home when you got Lizard getting kicked in the face by nothing.
Yes, at the Brazil
Yeah.
showing of the
Brazil
trailer.
trailer,
Yes. Yep. But at that point, Marvel fans had gotten wise. We were on.
We
it
were
like
on
clock.
point by that point.
What's that?
Yeah.
We knew what was up, but still, though, I was like, oh.
Like, look at this frame, huh? Imagine if there were two other Spider-Men, like, right
It's
here.
all too perfect.
And it's like, no, he wasn't being kicked in the face. It was more of like he was going, "What's that over there?" You know, maybe he's looking at a goblin.
Maybe Doc Ock showed up.
Yeah. My favorite thing from this episode, and I go back from it. I wish I would have done an audio blip, but I didn't have time this time for the ending. The dialogue between the Daleks and the Cybermen.
Yeah,
that's iconic. That is
my favorite.
It comes up so often on TikTok. I
And
can
it's
never
like,
forget it.
it's like, how many Daleks are there? There are 4. You will
4.
destroy us with 4 Daleks. We will
No.
destroy you with 1 Dalek.
Take one.
The Cybermen
are-
are superior to Daleks in only one thing: dying.
You're better at dying.
Raise communications barrier.
the biggest
right
flip
at the
off
end, they're
ever.
like, wait. Who was that in the corner?
Yeah.
Did y'all see that? Mr. Enemy. Rose like, hey, 5 million Cybermen, but 1 doctor. Now y'all scared? That's crazy.
Legit. One of my favorite things though is in this is like the Cybermen going like, we will be rid you of sex, color, and everything. I'm just like, are the Cybermen kind of inclusive? I guess like they just don't care enough about it. I'm like, the Cybermen want equality. Maybe they're not that bad.
The whole racial cleansing thing, yeah, I'd still say no.
They just
No,
don't need race.
They're
is what
like
saying.
hyper eugenics and like racial cleansing. Like, no.
It's that but they're not saying like one thing is better than the other. They're just saying you can be upgraded. You can be better.
Into a
Cybermen.
Cyberman.
Oh yeah, that'll be the Cybermen, yes.
So
yeah,
you can
okay.
be
I was thinking
upgraded
about the Daleks. The Daleks are the more of the racial cleansing group. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
into a Cyberman.
The Daleks are the Nazis, are the ones based off the Nazis. The Cybermen are You're
also Nazis.
a little bit, not as
not a little.
Not a
It's
little
like,
bit,
not a little.
like very much.
could
So.
argue
Neo-Nazis
with you.
versus Nazis, I guess, would
In
into
old,
Dalek.
like
Wait, into Cybermen.
It just happens that for
old
the
Who,
Cybermen, they
they're
can
little-
make you into the master race.
because
Honestly, though,
the
if you
Cybermen
had
in
the
Old
option,
Who
which one
are a
would you
little bit
take?
more
Cybermen
talkative.
or Dalek? Which one would you prefer?
How about none?
You had to, though. If you were going to be assimilated and they put you in front of two doors,
Oh, that's crazy. At that point, it doesn't matter.
you die regardless.
See, if we're going by the rules of Doctor Who, technically it's impossible because the Daleks don't consider you unless you're from like even the ones that use human material to make Daleks, they
They
consider
still kill
themselves
ya.
inferior, and like it was only a matter of once they killed the entire universe, they were going to end up killing each other because they were going to start cleansing of the false genetic material. But I'll be honest with you, I think when we get to the Impossible Girl, where we get Matt Smith meeting Clara for the first time as the Doctor, like I could see myself being okay with being a Dalek if being inside of it was kind of like, oh, I'm just baking souffles terribly.
I'm just in an apartment. I'm just living inside.
Yeah,
the
I'm living in an apartment, and like yeah, it's fine. I can do that.
That's assuming you're lucky enough to not go insane, though.
But that wasn't even. That was just like a manifestation of her consciousness. That wasn't really, if I remember right. Yeah.
No, she was like lucky at best as to why she was able to do that.
Yep. Which also is fitting when we get down the road with Capaldi's run. Like Missy puts her in a Dalek. Like
True.
it's like, oh, back in this thing again. Really?
Oh, I guess we lost.
I offended Nico. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, are we not allowed to be Daleks or Cyber?
We also saw Martha, but not Martha.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. We saw Martha's cousin apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so funny how Martha mentions it later because she's so like blah about it. Like, yeah, my cousin used to work here. We haven't heard from her.
And it's like, honey, we probably didn't remember you until later on anyway, so it's okay. Like,
I mean, it's better than them going like, oh yeah, no, you look like your other legacy character, like in Shooty's run, and then they just never address as to why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I also feel like when they reuse a character with a face, like even with Capaldi, they have to explain it. Like it's like, oh, we have to make this. There be a reason for this. Like we have to make it all work out. It's like you don't have to really.
You don't need to.
Capaldi's explanation was awesome, though. That was a really great moment.
It's a reminder.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
I did like that. I thought that was done well, so it was worth it.
I mean,
I don't think
was it Karen Gillan who shows up earlier as well, and they just never explained that either.
Well, she's like in face paint and stuff, so it's kind of like not her.
It's easy.
She was during the fires of Pompeii, wasn't she?
Yep.
She was one of the the
wenches.
Yeah, the eyes on the hands.
Yeah, whatever. I was at medieval times a couple of months ago, so like wenches is in my head. So
yeah, they brought back the actor. Davies brought back the actors from Martha because he's like, I regret killing your character because you're such a good actress. He's like, if he wasn't there when she was doing her scene, or like he came through last second and he saw her act and he's like, oh shit, you're really good. I would have like made you survive.
The show and it doesn't go well.
Yeah, like, I should have made your character survive.
Well, it was like it's like this, and I know I've said this before, and like I might be repeating myself over and over again, but like Catherine Tate as Donna Noble, that was a one-off, and they decided to bring her back afterward. It was well received. Like they were like, oh, this works. Let's do this. Like, because that was all off of the Catherine show, like them doing the joke with the Doctor Who, and then they're like, hey, we should bring her on for an episode as a one-off, and then they're like, oh wait, they actually have chemistry. Let's do this. Yeah. So yeah.
And then she was back for the 60th.
Mm-hmm.
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 And then whether or not we'll ever see her and 14 again, who knows?
Yeah. So there's a guy that I'm working at with It's Spirit, and he's going through Doctor Who. He did not get through 13's run before it fell off of HBO Max, and so they're kind of like stuck. So he doesn't know who the 14th Doctor is yet, and he's got amazing friends who are doing a great job of keeping him in the dark, and so I refuse to say anything about it.
Huh, that's impressive.
But I did tell him when he gets to 15, he's got to pay attention to Dot and Bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Is he also white?
Yes.
You gotta watch that one twice.
You just had to say it that way, didn't you, Johnny?
I'm just curious.
It's like, was it obvious? It wasn't obvious for you.
That's the thing for POC. I didn't even catch on to it the first time.
Yeah, I mean, like, I thought it was strange and weird, and like, I only ever like I'm so white looking, like it's not a big deal, but I have a very Arabic name, and I've gotten the sideways glances and like the stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, I get that, but like, yeah, it didn't like pop out for me, so I can tell my privilege definitely filters things out a little bit more, and it is what it is.
The important thing is you can acknowledge it and recognize it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's another thing if you just pretend it's non-existent.
But I'll tell you, like, if anybody like says to me again, you need to get an American name, I just want to like shove a Sonic up their butt.
Oh, why would you do that to the Sonic?
Nah. Actually, don't do that. They might like that.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Anyway, anywho,
it's a screwdriver, not a probe. If anything, use an actual screwdriver. Do some damage.
It would then be a Sonic probe.
Yeah, that would be.
See, I'm getting this stuff now. I understand these things. Like just a year ago, I was like in the midst of all this and like learning. So, you know, it's nice to understand the references.
Yeah,
I will say I did cheer a little bit when the head of Torchwood did get turned into a Cyberman.
I did my duty for Queen and Country.
But I did like how they gave her a little bit of a redemptive arc at the end of Doomsday.
I'm gonna be honest, she did not deserve it.
She didn't, but like at least, but I will say like it's a strong result. I mean, okay, so Torchwood was built under an idea of protecting humankind, but it was all out of this like prejudice, and immediately calling the Doctor an enemy was like a stretch in the sense of the Queen was, again, we're talking about, you know, entitled, privileged people looking and thinking that the weird or the unexplainable is somehow beneath them. So, you know, him being like an enemy of Torchwood, and of course, like we will come back to the remnants of Torchwood later on, but I don't know where I was going with that.
You tell me, dude.
I have no idea.
But I will say at the end of the video, it's funny because, you know, the Doctor also smooches the Virgin Queen herself in 50th and everything. So
could have been a Zygon, you know.
It could have been a Zygon.
Yeah, except he's not really good at telling them apart.
No, even though they have a big red suckery thing with a venom sac in the tongue. I don't know why that's.
You've done your research, my friend.
It's not even research. It's stuck in my brain.
No, but what I was saying, like, she's like the whole Queen and Country thing. She's, you know, she really thinks she's doing the right thing. It's just in all the wrong ways.
Yeah, no, it does. But at the same time, it just screams an aspect of British nationalism. I'm just like, screw the monarchy, despite being Canadian, and we still have it in some shape or form.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted a British Empire, and the Doctor kept saying, like, that's a particle gun. You can't have particle guns in the 21st century.
Yeah.
It's like, well, here it is.
Okay. I have one complaint about this episode. And it has to do with those gravity things that they had. I can't remember what they were called. Was there not a way that they could have just like gotten the levers pulled back and attached to those where they didn't have to worry about them disengaging?
Legit, I remember the first time I saw it, I'm like, why couldn't the Doctor just Sonic it?
Sonic it, or even like they could have pulled it back and used it as like a doorstop almost to hold them back, and then so they would have never had to worry about them disengaging in any sense.
Or rope.
Well, from it's the same thing that in the same scene when Pete comes back briefly right in front of the thing that's sucking everything in,
but it doesn't.
He's fine. Away. He doesn't get sucked away. Grabs
Legit, there's like
Rose and then comes back.
Enough time for Rose to look back for a dramatic moment.
Yeah, with the giant like Staples easy button like chest thing. It's like there looks so flimsy. Like it's It's like
They look like they were made by the high school prop department.
I saw that. I'm like, I want to press that button. I immediately want to press that button.
I would too. But then you'll start global warming even faster.
Yeah. I mean,
but also
why
Pete's
not?
a bit of a dick. I did not
yeah,
like
but
episode.
okay. What did y'all feel about Pete and Jackie getting together? Not back together because but together.
I think that scene where they're talking and then they run to each other is so fucking cheesy to an extent that I kind of like it, but also hate it.
Yeah, I can feel that way. I liked how she's like he's like she's like you're old. She looks at me. She's like you're old. He's like you're not. And he's like my bits worked. And he's like I'm rich now. And she's like that doesn't matter. How rich?
How filthy. Very
and
filthy.
the doctor going into this back and forth about Jackie saying, "Oh yeah, her ankle's going." And she goes, "I'll show you where my ankle's going."
That was good.
Yeah, I liked her more in this episode. I also kind of liked her later on because she definitely is more involved. I will say when we get to the point where they're going after the Daleks again, and she's kind of a bit of a jerk. She's like, "I'm so sorry," and she lets the girl get vaporized as she disappears. It's like you could have just grabbed her hand or something. Like really
something. But also, what is it though? Jackie was lying to Pete at the same time. Just like you flirted with so many dudes.
Oh no, that's why.
I don't blame her.
That's why Mickey and the doctor shared a look.
Oh, did they? I didn't even see the look.
Yeah. A look of pure skepticism,
right? Because we know she had a moment with Elton.
We also know she had a moment with the doctor.
Yeah. The doctor walking through the door immediately kisses him on. It was like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Literally the second scene.
So yeah, I mean, this great episode. I enjoyed it. I loved how they used mind you, how much Time Lord technology do you think the Daleks could have stolen? Obviously, they didn't go through time; they did go through space, but like, it's this little cradle, and they're like, it's stolen Time Lord tech, and
this is better than the moment.
Yeah. Which moment?
The moment. Big red button. War Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
The weapon is called the moment.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, wasn't even thinking.
I'm going to bring this up now when we rewatch the 50th.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure you knew.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, I just like the episode.
It was a lot of setup in that first in Army of Ghosts. There's not too much to talk about from Army of Ghosts. It's just.
I liked how Jackie's having a conversation with Rose about like I'm not going to be able to recognize you and all this other stuff, and that was interesting. Now, did they open this up? Wasn't the first episode? I'm trying to remember in the two-parter. They open it up with her saying that this is the day that she dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Legally, she is dead in that universe.
Welcome back, Nico.
Hello.
I was afraid your house was on fire again.
This is so mean. I'm joking.
What?
2 weeks in a row.
Hey.
Look, if it's 2 weeks in a row, then that's just God's.
No, I mean the same joke
jokes.
2 weeks in a row.
Hey, it's gonna be lit.
I mean, last week it was from me.
No, I did the joke. Well,
was it?
no, we went on the side. We went on the rabbit trail about the tiling.
Right.
But then I made the joke about the house on fire. So.
I mean, for Nico, that's like going for the jugular on that. That's just unfortunate for him.
No, and it's only in jest. I do apologize. I'm sorry, Nico. Okay. Any other thoughts about this episode? Like about these two episodes?
It's good setup. I'm not gonna deny it's good setup.
Yeah.
It's intriguing. It's asking all the right questions. It's making your head turn.
Yep.
Yeah, and I forgot which special was next, so I was fully expecting the Titanic to crash through the TARDIS, and I saw Donna and went, "Oh,
Yeah.
No,
What?
same.
What?
And
Yeah.
I was gonna because I was so confused. I was like, is this where the Peter Davison minisode fits in? I'm like, no, that's where the Titanic slides in because the shields are down, the TARDISes crashed into each other, and then the Titanic crashes into the TARDIS.
This doctor's
Right.
just really good at crashing.
Yeah. It's after Martha Jones that they do the Titanic, and then the next episode is Donna.
Yes,
Yep.
the Titanic episode with Bonacafalata.
I cannot wait for the Titanic episode.
I love that episode.
it was a great episode."
A string of crazy sentences. I won't lie to you.
I love the Titanic.
Yeah.
Right as it crashes into another ship.
One time I made a video, I was like, you guys better put respect on Bonacafalata, and people were like, oh my gosh, this is my home. I was like, wait, you guys actually care? I didn't know people care.
Well, it's like Rex Coracle Fallibatorius.
Hey,
Plum.
say it again.
Bonacafalata.
Balacafalata is a goat. He saved everyone in that Titanic episode. I'm gonna have to ding that as hard as I can when we get to the Titanic episode. Luckily, I have another season, but still,
Yeah,
that's gonna be hard.
Yeah. I did like how they ended up like having that one last moment at Bad Wolf Bay.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
I remember just at the same time though, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Bad Wolf Bay of all things.
Oh.
That's what it's named.
The fact, that's the same beach where the engines was powered by an ocean. It's the same beach, just a different side of it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I just thought about this. This has nothing to do with this episode. Dinosaur, who we'll have on the other show at some point in the near future, which I don't know how it's going to work because he's in England, but he went to the hotel in Wales, I think it was, where he went to the hotel where Donna was at midnight.
I saw that video and now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a hotel and spa, and he went down, and so the spot where Donna Noble was when the doctor went off and like faced the monster of midnight.
His darkest story ever.
Yep. So yeah.
Also, I will say this. Poor Mickey. Just poor Mickey. Even
what a loser, bro.
It's not even, no.
Mickey's a loser. What are we doing right now? We're not going to say
like
poor
Mickey.
Mickey.
I'm sorry. I like Mickey. Poor Mickey.
Yeah, the character is one thing. The actor is trash right now. So
yeah.
What do you do?
Oh gosh.
Do I want to know?
I got so mad telling Alex this story because what he said at the end, but basically he sued a company or like a public, like I forgot who they were or what they were, but like they basically put out the article saying that he used his status in Hollywood to sleep with women.
Oof.
And he sued them for slander and defamation and stuff like that. And they were able to defend themselves in court and prove that nothing they said was inaccurate or a lie. And then Alex gonna ask me, but he didn't do it, right?
Hell yeah. Alex is I think Alex was just like, he was readying it up at the beginning of the story, and he didn't care about the actual story, is what I'm going to believe. He didn't care. He didn't listen to what you were saying. He had no care about the story.
I literally left
the call.
I left the call, man. I left the call and never talked about it again.
Good to know. But in terms of the character Mickey, that's terrible. Mickey is still with Rose and everything by the end of it. I'm like, dude, she clearly doesn't want you. Move the fuck on.
He will eventually, but he'll go from one companion to the next, and that's the thing. Like,
legit, yes, but that's also just Russell T Davies writing.
She didn't want the first episode.
didn't want him at any point in the series.
He lied. He's like, well, I've been talking to this other girl. Why you lying?
Never seen her.
For who?
Where's she at?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's exactly what you do when you're seeing somebody else and you run back to your ex.
Yeah. Yeah, let me talk to this. Who cares, Mickey?
It's like, hey, sweetie,
I mean,
later.
It just means the person you're with is really shitty then.
Ooh. Yeah. I know she's trash, but she's there. Hey, what is it? You don't love the one you're with. You know, it's if you can't be with the one you love, you love the one you're with.
Mm-hmm.
There's a song
Random
like that.
facts I can rattle off.
Yeah.
This is the only Russell T Davies first era like finale with no Jack Harkness.
Oh.
What else I got?
Yeah, aired the same time as the World Cup.
Yes.
So I was gonna say, I wonder how many people actually watched it because the World Cup was on. And I was like, oh, that's sad, bro. But apparently the radio was like, they were going back and forth about talking about what was happening in the World Cup and Doctor Who. I was like, I didn't know it was like
that number might
that
be
much of a
in
praise.
Right here. Doomsday is the one we're looking for.
I mean, Doomsday or Army of Ghosts are both.
Army of Ghosts is like 8 million.
Yeah, 8.15.
Ooh, 8.22 million for Doomsday.
That's nice, yo.
Yeah. Especially during the World Cup.
In England.
Yeah, they had like themed shirts and stuff and different posters where it was like the Daleks versus the Cybermen playing soccer.
Oh, that's actually perfect. That's smart.
Okay, so a couple of fun facts about this episode, or about these episodes. It's the first story in which the Daleks and the Cybermen actually meet. There had been an attempt to write a story that pitted the two against each other. Let's see here, back in 1967, but the Dalek creator Terry Nation vetoed it at the time.
Weird. Okay.
Let's see. The closest the two monsters ever came to meeting was in the 5 Doctors episode, in which featured both Daleks and Cybermen, but they never met face to face.
Yeah, I can tell you why. It's because when the third Doctor, when he sees this, like the Cybermen, he just like immediately eradicates them. Like they're in like this whole like death temple that's like an ancient time lord's like final trap, and they need the help of the Doctor, but the Doctor's been trapped in there. So then they get the other Doctors from time. They're like, okay, we'll put them in there and they'll figure it out, but we need to tell them the plan. So then for some reason they get the Master, who's like begging for another like regeneration cycle to go in there and like start talking to people. The first person he approaches is the third Doctor. Like he got snatched up driving in his car. He just tries to run the Master over. He doesn't hear him out. The third Doctor sees Cyberman and he's like, I'm gonna figure out who put me here and I'm just gonna deal with them. That's like the third Doctor. He's like James Bond. All the other Doctors are like,
just goes for the delete button.
Yeah. I remember in the Sea Devil special, and he was just like throwing hands to Sea Devils, and I was like, how is he gonna like end this? He just like takes his sonic screwdriver and flips the explosion back on. It's like, hey guys,
I remember
later.
Man is literally trying to blow up a creature.
Like the police tried to stop him, and he's like, oh man, I'm sorry for what I'm about to do to you guys. And it just like drops 6 police officers and it goes, Benicio Keto, gentlemen, I hope I didn't hurt you guys. And then walks off. Like, yo, this guy's, don't mess with him.
So
in another universe, he would have been a good Alfred as well, like his son.
Another thing, if you ever see plastic sheets hanging in Doctor Who, you should just expect that the Cybermen are probably in the episode. The Cybermen have a real thing about breaking in through plastic sheets. They did it in the second Doctor's adventure, The Tomb of the Cybermen. Then again, shortly afterward in The Invasion, and then in the 5th story, Earthshock. So it's a thing for them. The plan was also to originally base the story in Cardiff around the Time Rift, which created the Unquiet Dead in Boomtown. But Torchwood had been commissioned as a spin-off series at that time, and was preparing to shoot, which was also used for the Time Rift as part of the story arc. So
Oh yeah,
Russell
we hear
Davies
Torchwood's
chose.
theme for the first time in this
Yeah.
episode too.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Cybermen are also like bursting through sheets as well in Peter's last season before his regeneration with the Master and everything.
Yeah, that's the reintroduction of the
Of
old
the-
Who Cybermen.
Yeah,
Because the
of
Cybermen we've been getting in New Who are from the other universe.
Yeah.
Like after this, they spread out, and that's that version. The old version are like extinct right
the
now.
creepy ones. What were
Yeah,
they
they-
called? The Xylurians?
Uh,
No.
Moncurian? Start with M something. I don't know.
Oh, God, this is
I
gonna
keep
torture
forgetting
me.
that Cyberman is my iPad. Like
Oh, that's no. Mondaxum.
Mondasian.
Yeah, there we go.
There we
Cybermen.
go. I hate them.
Let's see here.
I'll
They're
never
so
forgive
much
them for
creepier
what
than
they did
regular
to
Cybermen.
Adric. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I love
Mind
Cybermen,
boy.
but they're so creepy.
Like I hate Cybermen more in Old Who than I do in New Who. But like the reason I would hate them as much as Old Who, it's the Old Who Cybermen still doing the same stuff.
Mhm.
Like when they come back with the 12th Doctor, and it's like the old version, I'm like, oh my god, these. Like seeing it for the first time and not knowing about them, I'm like, these old Cybermen, whatever. And then watching Old Who, it's like, yo, these guys, like, they still have an element of like, they're deranged, they're crazy, and sassy.
It's great. We
Like,
love it.
in Old Who, if you see anybody wearing all silver suit, they're gonna be sassy. It's
It's like Quicksilver.
So I was talking to someone this week, and they mentioned that we have never mentioned this, and I'm kind of surprised. So there is a mini 4-minute episode with the 11th Doctor that I was not aware about, where I guess it features Rory, Amy Pond, and the 11th Doctor, and they're working on the TARDIS, and something happens where the TARDIS ends up landing inside the TARDIS. Are you guys aware of this?
I have heard about this. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I've seen bits and pieces of it around. I've never seen the full thing though. I think.
Yeah, I need to find it because at this point, like it's like him walking out the door, but then walking back in the TARDIS from the outdoor of the TARDIS.
Yeah, there's
Like-
a lot of those minisodes, especially for the 11th Doctor.
Okay.
There's one where he sees like a girl on a swing, and she like catches a leaf from her parents, and we find out that's like young Clara Oswald, like playing on a swing. There's one where a different version of the 11th Doctor on a date with River walks into the TARDIS, and he turns around, he's like, what the hell? And River's like, 2 doctors? Is this my birthday gift? He's like, no, I got the wrong TARDIS.
There's one of my favorites is when Clara can't sleep because the TARDIS is like just moving her bedroom.
Yep.
And she goes up to the console and she starts seeing old companions.
Yep.
Gets to Karen Gill and goes, good Lord, that woman is made of legs. And then all of her versions start coming out and complaining, where's my bedroom? Where's it like, and it's so funny. It's so good.
Yeah, see, I didn't know about any of these things.
I sent you the Rory and Amy one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I went down a rabbit hole when I saw the Clara on a swing one on like Twitter randomly. I said, now what in the... I think I sent it to Dave, and I was like, I need to do my research.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I think my favorite one's still the anniversary one where we see the first Doctor looking at Matt Smith, and then we've changed it to Shooty now as well.
Oh, Adventures in Time and Space.
Yeah, I love that one. I wish they would do it for every single New Who.
That was the plan.
Then
but they stopped.
Why?
I have no idea. They literally planned to do it. That's why it's shot the way it is. It's shot the way it is so it can cut to the current Doctor. And then they just never did it after Matt Smith. And then with Shooty Gots, they're like, okay, let's do it.
Do I need to blame Peter? Is that why? Am I blaming Peter Capaldi?
Nah, I feel like he'd love to do it. You might blame.
I don't think there's anything that Peter Capaldi would have not done for Doctor Who at the time.
Do you guys remember that that skit he did with Peter Jackson?
Yes.
That's one of my favorites.
Yes. I just watched that recently where Russell T. it was like a question, like Russell T. Davies wanted him to like direct an episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And so like
12
you see Peter Capaldi walk in and he's like doing his weird thing, like walking all through the house. And like it's Peter Jackson and his daughter like just talking.
Yeah. They don't even know who he is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Then for some reason, there's just a Dalek that comes rolling by.
Yeah.
It just chases him out.
And love Peter Capaldi.
Same. I wish he would do cons. I really do. I would love to get anything signed by him.
I know that he used to because there's a couple of clips of him at like panels and stuff.
My favorite one's where he's coughing and choking on
Yep,
water.
that's the one I was thinking of.
No,
Yep.
But the last con he went to was Fan Expo Canada in 2019. Right before the pandemic.
Oh shit, I think I was there.
Oh.
That's the thing. I know people who were, and I'm just like, I wish I could have. He was in Canada. I hadn't gone to Toronto yet. I should have just gone for Peter Capaldi.
Valid.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. If I was a Doctor Who fan back then.
Listen. I remember going to Awesome Con in 2013, I think it was, and Billie Piper was one of the title guests, and I went and I was next to her, and her line was wild. And I remember like I was doing something, and I guess like I kind of bumped into her as she was going from like a photo op back to her table, and so like I was like, oh, who's that? And they're like, oh, that's Billie Piper. That's Billie Piper. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know anything about this person. Like, I have no idea who she is. And now
you're like, can I get a quick selfie?
Yeah. Her coming back was spoiled for me. I was like in denial when I watched Doomsday. I was like, nah. She's got to come back. And then somebody that we used to know was like, oh yeah, she comes back. Like, why would you tell me that?
Okay. Somebody, I think it was a different somebody, but in the same Discord server, somebody spoiled it for me like when I was 2 episodes away from finding out.
That is so unfortunate.
That's rough.
Turn left.
See, this is why I'm glad I just watched Doctor Who on my own when I was still in high school.
See, I saw TikTok stuff, but I didn't know. Like, there were parts where I would see episodes. Like, Rose is gone, and I'd see an episode with Rose with that gun that she uses on the Daleks, and I'm like, I must have missed an episode. So it made me go back and rewatch all of the. I'm like,
you're just
what is this from? Is this from like a deleted episode? What is this?
It's a delete scene. Just move on.
It was so frustrating. Like, I wasted like an entire week going back and watching all of her seasons,
dude,
not realizing I just needed to go a couple more episodes.
You went through all of season 2 for nothing.
We know someone who spoiled themselves because they just didn't wait 5 minutes.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
They got angry.
5 minutes.
Like,
oh my god, that just made me so mad.
He was heated. He was like, you could have just told me this, Nico. I searched it up. It's like you could have just.
Oh my gosh. So it was the Family of Blood episode, the 2-parter, that we're going to be watching next season, guys.
Woo!
But it was that 2-parter, and we're getting to the end of the episode, and he's like, but why are they doing this? And then it's right as they're walking onto their ship, and he pauses. He's like, you need to tell me why they're doing this, right? I'm just like, just watch the episode. Just play the episode. He's like, no, but tell me why. I'm like, just play the episode. I don't want to spoil it, but it's right there. And then like he goes silent. He's actually like, I just Googled it. Why you act like people can't look stuff up? I'm like, don't ask me anything about Doctor Who ever again.
You're the worst type of fan.
Dude, listen,
and then he plays it and gets the answer.
I have family that's like that. My mom cannot watch anything that I've already watched because she looks at me, okay, what's going to happen? What are they going to figure? And so there were a couple times where I got in trouble because we watched something. Mom's like, hey, have you seen this yet? I'm like, no, I'm going to watch this new with you. And she's like, okay. So we're watching it. I'm sitting there just kind of looking at her, and she realized I was looking for her reaction. She's like, you've watched this movie before, haven't you? I'm like, no. No, I didn't watch it before. It's not like I know what's happening and I'm just looking for a reaction.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like one of those terrible people to watch a movie with, where if I've seen it and I know you haven't yet, and I know certain things coming up, I'll keep a very close eye on you. I'll like side eye you for a little bit.
Or you like go, hey, watch this.
No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I just look at you and I'm just staring and waiting for like in the Batman when Joker pops up. I'm just like sitting there staring next to my roommate, just like waiting for it, and then just like, oh. I'm always waiting for those kind of things.
Yeah.
When I first watched, and for next season, when the Master gets revealed, like I went all the way, like, and I think I messaged Nico like right when it happened, and he goes, "You were the only person that found out organically."
That's okay, because I was sitting there going,
hurt.
I was like, "Who's the Master?"
That was me when I watched Doctor Who for the first time. Like, who's this dude?
That one hurt.
I found out because of the 3-way like spoiler off, because 2 people were arguing with Nico, and they just didn't. They were just searching stuff up, and they were like spoiling episodes and novels and like and audio dramas. I was like, "Yo, why am I even watching this?" And I just dropped Doctor Who for like a year or 2.
For you guys, it's like they're like maybe 3 episodes into the next season, and they're arguing with me about Timeless Child.
Arguing you about what in regards to
they just want to talk about it and just yell about. I'm like, hey guys, when you get there and you watch it, we could. But you're just on a wiki page right now.
What?
But it was,
and you're on like random articles.
It was thanks to them and thanks to like all of us talking about Doctor Who at the same time. I watched like 6 Doctor Who episodes a day. I did nothing else until I was caught up, just to avoid being spoiled by these people, because
I made
they
like a whole group chat. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be the Doctor Who group chat for like people who are actually watching it and not just like trying to look stuff up and have buzzword conversations.
They were only like, let me correct something. They were still on the first season of the 9th Doctor. I was watching the next season 2 episodes in.
That's right.
They barely watched Doctor Who.
That's so rude of them.
That is right, because me and Vincent were like binge watching that season.
I was in Discord streaming it. I watched like a whole season or 2 in a day, because I thought they were ahead of me. They weren't. They were still on Eccleston. And they're arguing about the Timeless Child.
But I don't. Why do people like? I don't know. Because I didn't observe this happening. But why are people so focused on trying to jump into something that they don't know anything about and then act like they do? Like, it just drives me nuts.
Okay. I won't lie. I do that sometimes, but that's just only to flirt.
I could tell you.
That's understandable. Honestly, that's understandable.
I was like, yeah, no, I've totally heard of Owl House.
Like, they did the same thing with One Piece, just to go on lives and yell at people about One Piece, even though they're only 30 episodes into a 1,000-episode show.
Yeah. For those 2 people that we knew, they did it specifically just so they could like win arguments with like about power scaling and stuff.
They sound like the worst type of people ever.
No, they are completely horrible people, and
One of them said they stopped watching because I talked about it too much. That was an interesting
They can go
take
fuck themselves.
too. but we're all watching it.
Think about what we've been saying. Dave would just be like, "Oh yeah, I'm at this part of Doctor Who. I think I'm really enjoying. I'm surprised these guys." But Dave doesn't want to argue about power scaling the Doctor with me. This is getting annoying.
Dave was like,
what is the point of arguing about power scaling in Doctor Who? It's Doctor Who. It's not about power scaling.
Doctor Who will always win because the screenwriter will make it that way. Like, there's no...
And because he is the most clever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't think people realize there are no real rules when it comes to storytelling.
There really isn't. The only rules you set are the ones you put on yourself.
Yeah.
Anyways. Like,
great 2 episodes.
Great 2 episodes.
These people up who I've
oh,
never
absolutely.
Met. Amazing finale. They pulled a Phantom Menace on us, as I like to say.
Yeah. I do love that, like, it was like a really heartfelt moment. Of course, he didn't get to say I love you at the end. We all kind of knew it. But he didn't really even get a chance. Like it's gone, and he turns around and it's like, what? There's Donna. So
which like also very quickly makes the shooty stuff when he regenerates so much better. When he's just like, I love you. It's like, what? We never say that. And I was like, that's why you have me.
Yeah,
like,
he even gets to say it to
himself.
and
He gets to show himself love.
What's that? The Giggle? No. Whatever the last David Tennant special was for the 60th. He gets to say, he says to him, like when they're listing the names of all the people, he's like, in Rose. She goes, I loved Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I love that moment.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the great part. Like, so with all that said, do you think, because like I know when the bi generation happened, Shooty made the comment about, we've been doing therapy out of order. I personally feel like Shooty is like the first doctor without hangups when it comes to like the guilt of the past.
Interstellar Song Contest?
That's more of a, you mess with my people, I will bring hellfire down on you.
I mean, that was just like, more so him. I mean, he even tells Belinda that he's got some unresolved issues in regards to that.
Okay, I forgot about that.
That's just the doctor.
Okay.
But he's definitely freer. Like
he's definitely freer. I'm not denying that for sure. No, he's definitely healthier than he was before in the past.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Not afraid to cry.
Not afraid to cry. But also not afraid to yell at himself and show himself so much hate.
Oh my gosh. You always do this. That's why you end up alone. You ever think about you have a chair in the TARDIS? Like he really started thinking about how he didn't have a chair in the TARDIS.
But can I say something? After doing that and doing the rewatches, do you know how many times there's been chairs in the TARDIS?
You know what I still vehemently remember though when he says that? I'm just like, Capaldi has a chair. When Clara comes in, he's like, you redecorated it. He's like, yes, I redecorated. I don't like it. There needs to be more round things. He's in a chair while he's talking to her about
even the 11th. There's a moment where I think where the 11th and Amy are in a chair.
Yeah.
When Rory walks up to them, like there's been chairs in the TARDIS.
Amy's even on a spinning chair and just always spinning around in it sometimes.
And there's furniture around there. There's a lot. Bunk beds.
It's like, you've redone the place. I don't like it.
For him and his friends.
There's a lot. There's a pool. Is there still a pool? Actually, I think he burned the pool off. And, you're always ready to go.
And
I do know there's a waste section though.
I want to get more TARDIS episodes, like going through the TARDIS. Like just,
I would love like.
I'm terrified of that. Terrified of more TARDIS episodes.
I don't know, but like the idea of like some kind of creature unleashed inside the TARDIS, and it turns into like somewhat of a Scooby-Doo episode where they go in one door and then they end up in another on the other side somehow.
I could just imagine how many people on the set crew would lose their mind when they're like, yeah, we're going to do a TARDIS episode.
And you're like, how do we keep the continuity of what's where? And
you don't have to. Like,
it's
just can just go from 1 to like 7, and it's like 7 different instances of the like this corridor leads 7 different corridors all lead back to this one time point. Now you're gonna jump, you run around. Now it's one old one. Now it's a kid. Now it's 3 teenagers.
And we need to have more TARDIS episodes, and we need to have more Scooby-Doo references running back and forth between hallways.
Yeah,
like,
that's the
Ghostbusters reference more of the memory TARDIS. That would be also pretty fun, I think.
I was not expecting Tales of the TARDIS and the memory TARDIS from there to actually come into the main show. I was so surprised.
Same.
Oh, and this random thing, but this is the first time that David Tennant said Alonzi.
Also wears the iconic 3D glasses that never come up again, but I would love if he wore more often.
Well, he upgrades them into sunglasses later on, basically. Like he makes his.
True,
what's browser history?
Yeah.
Look, people can hate the browser history joke all they want. I fucking love it.
Every single time.
Capaldi is an old man on the outside,
and
in his
the
heart.
First time a browser history thing was there because that was also with the 11th Doctor. He made a joke with the his guy in the chair. He's like, listen, your future is lying ahead of you. He's like, oh yeah, and clear your browser history.
It was like the first or second episode, yeah, and that guy went on to be in the Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was number 1.
The 11th hour. Great episode.
Such a good start for Doctor Who in general.
I can't wait to get to all of that. Prepare for me for like 3 seasons to just keep talking about the time travelers.
Absolutely.
And he's out again.
He was going to say the time traveler's wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, I cannot wait for Capaldi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when we get to like, I think when we get Catherine Tate more involved, because I loved Tennant's season with Donna Noble. I love that whole culmination. I love the 11th just because, I was talking to somebody and they're like, it's much more swashbuckling adventure type when it comes to Matt Smith's run. But, and then I struggle with Capaldi at the beginning because like I identified with Clara when she's like, I don't know if I like you or, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. It's like, I was thinking like, if he's gonna be this weird and this like out of place, you're back, Nico. I don't know if I could keep up. Never mind. I spoke way too soon. Well, we're at the hour. Let's go ahead. We need to definitely wrap up so I can go back to work.
It is quite literally the 11th hour.
Yeah. Well, for you it is.
Summon him back? No, it didn't. Damn.
There we go. Hold on.
Nico's back.
Okay. So let's go ahead and score these.
Yes.
So
Tony, you first.
Oh, these are some of my favorite episodes. I would say Army of Ghosts, I give a 9. I give Doomsday a 10.
Okay.
And solely because I have yet to find a better dialogue between villains than the Daleks mocking the Cybermen.
No,
Yeah.
It's so much fun. So much fun. Yeah.
Nico, you want to go next?
Still thinking. Trying to figure out where my biases are.
Include your biases even.
Oh.
Why not? If you want to give them both a 10, give them both a 10.
I have a bias.
I have a bias and I give things 1 sometimes.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly what my bias is. I'm giving both of them a 10 because of the
Ghostbusters reference. I'm gonna give. Yeah, I was just about to say, I was like, Cyberman dialogue, Ghostbusters reference in the first one. 10. Second one, like, emotionally, I love when media can make me emotionally distraught. And, like, when they're just up against the wall, like, my smile I have on my face and I'm watching Doctor Who just drop. And I was just like, this isn't fun. This is sad. I remember watching the Time Traveler's Wife series, messaging Vincent, this show just made me sad, man. I'm going to finish it.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah,
so
the wall
10 and 10?
the wall broke.
10 and 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Will's not here, so David.
Yeah, I'll give them both 10s too.
You're gonna give them both 10.
Oh, I feel like I'm the one that's deviating by giving Army of Ghosts a 9.
Wait till you get to mine.
I had to give that a 10 for that Cyberman dialogue.
All right, and
Wait. Was the Cyberman dialogue in Army of Ghosts?
Mm-hmm.
With the Daleks saying that they're
Doomsday.
Okay, I give them both
Wait,
a 10 then.
that was Doomsday?
I thought it was Doomsday.
No, they get out by the end of Army of Ghosts. That's when everything's revealed, and then in Doomsday they have the interaction.
Yeah, because the
I
episode
quite literally just
Army of
finished
Ghosts
watching it.
ends with the ghosts materializing
Forming
into Cybermen.
and then them revealing the Daleks.
Yeah, and then he goes meow with the Doctor Who logo, and then it's like the preview. Yeah.
So 9 and 10.
9 and 10 still. Yeah, I'll keep it that way.
Okay.
All right, Johnny.
Give me 1 second. I just need to center everything. My OCD will not let me continue if I don't. I'm giving it 8 and a 10.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, no, I'm still willing to give Doomsday a 10. It's just too good not to give a 10. But
Yeah.
Wait, where did I put myself?
Okay. So we will be taking a break. We will be back the 19th of October.
I think it's the 19th.
With the Christmas special.
We all gave Doomsday a 10. I just realized.
Yeah. It's a great episode.
I think that's the highest rated episode in any of our Doctor Who rewatches.
I'm telling you,
really good.
Show
Wait till
me
we
better
get to the 11th
dialogue.
Doctor.
Show me better dialogue between 2 Doctor Who villains. you will not find it. The Cybermen, the Daleks are just brutal and in the best way possible. I just love that. I love that so much. You're only superior in one thing. And that is
Closest I've seen is for The Well with a 9.5.
Dying.
That's the closest I'm seeing in terms of to a 10.
No, The Well was great.
Girl in the Fireplace is a 9.6, and that doesn't even include my rating.
Okay.
So that would be higher too if I was part of that episode.
And we know Will watches this after the fact, so there's high likelihood that he might just mess us up on purpose.
What did I give Girl in the Fireplace? I give it a 10.
You gave Girl in the Fireplace. No, Nico, you didn't give. I didn't get your score for Girl in the Fireplace. 10.
Was I
Girl in
there
the
for that
Fireplace is now the
episode?
second highest.
Was I there for that? Yeah.
Were you there for Girl in the Fireplace, Vincent?
Yeah, I was. I think so.
Vincent, what did you give Girl in the Fireplace?
I don't even remember.
Do you want to give your rating for Girl in the Fireplace?
No, I'm bad at ratings, bro.
Pompadour episode.
Yeah, I was there for that one. I was geeked.
Banana Daiquiri.
It's one of my favorite episodes. That episode had me so heated. I was walking around, I was pacing. I was like, "Yo, what is this? What's happening right now?"
And then there's a horse.
Like Girl in the Fireplace. Another time traveler's wife reference.
No.
Or perhaps a deep breath reference.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all right. Well, with that said, unless Will messes us up with his score, that was the first, I guess, perfect score across
Doomsday
the board.
Is the current highest rated episode we've gotten so far.
Okay, for good reason. I think for great reason. Yeah, we could say it's definitely superior in at least one thing.
I could give Girl in the Fireplace a 10, and I don't think it would be. Yeah, no, it would not.
Yeah, because I think I scored it a little bit lower, didn't I?
You gave it a 9. Will gave it a 9.5.
Yeah.
So knowing him, he might give Doomsday a 9.5.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up here. Johnny, say where we can find you.
Y'all can find me at Marvelous Johnny. Make sure that's Marvelous spelled with 2 L's because I am Canadian. Find me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and that's pretty much it.
Yes. Stay at Marvelous with 2 L's and color with a U in it.
As well as Center, that's spelled R-E instead of E-R.
Hey. All right, Nico, where can we find you?
Nico Skywalker from TikTok. Skywalking Nico on Instagram. The Doctor in conventions.
Oh, word.
Keeper of Grogu.
And one of the best clone trooper Obi-Wan Kenobis out there.
I need to revamp that cosplay. It broke at last year's New York
I'm
Comic-Con.
telling you. Okay, I'm going to just say this. Spirit Halloween's got some pretty good deluxe costumes for adults right now. I can hook you up with a discount code.
Does it work in Canada too?
It's my employee ID, so
maybe I might hit you up on that then.
Yeah, but it's only for my friends. I can't let viewers. So sorry, you're not going to get.
You did not say that. We should just cut that out of the podcast.
Yeah,
I don't cut nothing out. Viewers can't use my employee ID. Yeah, David.
I am Xanatos 1138 on everything. I'm going to be dressed as Kingpin on Saturday at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
And that's Xanatos 1138 with 1X because I'm not Canadian, I guess.
Yep. And he's gonna be dressed up like Kingpin with Vincent D'Onofrio by themselves. So it's gonna be Kingpin beside himself.
Can't wait for that picture.
We've been waiting for 3 years for this.
We've been waiting for this cosplay.
Yeah, but also wait for him. Just watch as he cancels.
That would
still
suck.
Got Charlie Cox.
Dude, here's the thing. Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio for the last 3 Fan Expo Vancouvers has said that they will come to Fan Expo Vancouver. And I have bought the duo picture with them every single time. They have canceled all 3 times.
Oh my god.
Vancouver, I canceled too. I'm going to be honest with you.
Excuse me.
With that said, Vincent, where can we find you?
Hey, I'm Vincent. You can find me everywhere as Gang Zetsu.
Yeah, everywhere except for Vancouver.
Fine, I'll do the fentanyl slump myself then.
Oh wow! All right. With that said, we are Tardis Talk. You can find us on social media, on its Fanbox. Whenever I do feel like posting, these guys have got to. I got to give them my access to the Instagram so we can like actually put stuff on there because like we're barely doing anything here on its Fanbox. But if you want to see what we're doing, which is just this show at this point, yeah, it's fanbox.com, fanboxnetwork.com. You can find us all those places. And yeah, you can find me, Mr. Marvelite. But with that said, have a wonderful afternoon. We will see you guys later. Let me go ahead and